Good evening, y'all. Today we are going to have kind of an update video. So first I have the John Deere. She's all looking good. This X marks your turn mower, and of course the golf cart, which right there is Hall's. There's really Hall's. Easy boy. But today we are going to do an update video. So I put these stacks on myself. They're fake. This is electric. This is an electrical golf cart. We've had this for a few years now. Yeah. So, anyways, let's go for a ride. Come on, off. So, alright, so we're going to turn this key on. You have to push your button back. Then you gently back out. So, there are going to be some things kind of in this video I want to talk about today. So, the kind of content I create, so we don't create, I create some content, somewhat, but, we're going to be doing content on, like, cars and trucks, tractors, buses, box trucks, golf cart, etc. We got 3 golf carts. We got this green one, then we got a white one, which I'll look up and see in a minute, then we got, a few other stuff, but, yeah, so, I'm going to take you around here. So, real quick, I'm going to take you around here, and, we will get started. So, let's see what happens. So, here's the update. We'll, show that in a second. So, here is the junkyard. Unfortunately, stuff like this green Dodge and this, I think it's a Chevy, is in it. So, right here, we have an International 354 parts tractor. There's a stink bug, but here's a Chevy Capri. Back there is a Jeep Comanche truck, and yeah, really quick. Here's the star of our show. Is this old parts tractor. It's a Ford 3600. Not really, I don't remember what year this is, but it came with another Ford 3600. So this one, so we, these tires here, that other tire, we'll go take a look at it. We're going to have to fix the rim on that before we put it on the tractor, but, here's this old rim, and it's really nice, but we're going to try to fix this up a little bit, and yeah. Here's a Chrysler Pacific that my buddy bought. I think there's a combine going in over there, but this car, he bought it a while back, a few years ago. Then he bought that, like I said, he bought that 354 International. There's a golf cart, by the way. So anyway, back on the Ford 3600. So, this tractor, we got this tire put on. And you want to be careful, but we have to have a key made for it. So here's a rim. So this has 8 lug nuts. And yeah, so that's the starter he put on. But I'm gonna look this up here. Sorry about that. So this is what's so here, I wish I had like one of those little stand things on, but so this here's the so here's your positive terminal. And if I actually, wait a minute. Here's a positive terminal. But so this is your negative. So right there you got your your plate. Now, I think there's also a plate on here for manufacturing. We gotta be careful. I gotta be careful because, you know, if that tractor was to fall, if I was there, I want to stay back from that because if I was there, then the tractor might fall on me, but we're gonna make sure it doesn't fall on me, but yeah. We got a Pepsi can to cover the pipe. So the guy that we bought this from, so I'm gonna close this hood. But yeah, like I said, it's a Ford and it's a 3600. So the headlight. Yeah, if y'all ever play Padiddle on the road, it's a car with one headlight. Yell Padiddle. First one yell wins. We need to get a grill. So anyways, we need to get a cap for this. I think this is a hose, but here's your air filter where you spray your ether, your starting fluid. Gotta get a new radiator put. You got a headlight out. If you had a headlight out and you was in my truck, you wouldn't pass no DOT inspection. They'd say, pull her back there and we're going to shut it down. We have to get another. We might put another headlight on this. But, so, anyway, this, right now we have a plastic water bottle. Half of the plastic water bottle is a cover for the fuel tank. I think this is a diesel tractor, so as you can see, there's no diesel in. I don't think there's diesel in there. I drove the other Ford 3600 that this came with. So this came with another Ford 3600, and it came with his Challenger MT297 that he has. He has a Challenger tractor MT297. I'll show that. That's an old police car. It's seen better days, but in its life. But over here is some attachments that he used on his John Deere. Right now, on the back of his John Deere, he's got the Woods tiller on. He has a tiller on the back of it, a Woods tiller. So, there's his 6-foot bush hog, discs, scrape blade, cultivator. These came off of the Massey Ferguson 135, which is for sale. The Massey Ferguson 135 tractor for sale. It's a box blade there. There's else, but that's an old Silverado, an old C10. Right here you have an Econoline 350 diesel U-Haul. It's got a 7.3 International diesel. Oh, that, for those who've watched my YouTube short, this is a Ford B700 school bus, or church bus. Actually, it says church bus, but it's got a really quick. It's got a gas engine in it. So it's got a I'll do a video of the engine, but it's got a gas engine, and it's got a 350 gas engine, and so I will do a video of this. You have to handle this hood very carefully. Actually, so let me lift this up here. That's good that it's got those springs on it. But yeah, this is a this here is a gas engine. And I think he says it still runs because he says if you put a little bit of gas in it, then she'll probably fire up. But lift this hood back up. So, yeah, it's got the old Ford F700 emblem. It's got a 370-2V engine. But this old bus, he bought this like 10-ish years ago. He's had his John Deere for about 30 years now. But, yeah. So, over there, we're going to make a video of that Bobcat. It's a part skid steer. But, over there is a loader that goes on the Massey Ferguson 265. Here's an old International truck that we bought. And, it's, an old truck. That's an old 1500 Chevy. This is a Chevy K20, I think, or C20 Scottsdale. Yeah, that's an old 49 Ford. He's used for parts for everyone. Here's a parts skid steer. This is a little forklift. This is an old forklift. It's a Brawler by Textron. I think Textron is the one who partnered up with a company called Steiner. It's the guys who made Ventrac. But this is a Hitchhiker 3600 forklift. And yeah, here's a couple of golf carts and some pallet forks that go on his little miniature backhoe. Right there, I don't know if you can see it, but right there sits his Challenger MT297 tractor with a County Line 6-foot bush hog. So this is the little, right there is the little Bobcat 198T. This is the big backhoe. It's a Case 580K Construction King. It's got a Cummins diesel. This tractor, you've seen it before. It's a Massey Ferguson. Some of y'all have seen it before. Some of my viewers. This is a Massey Ferguson 265. This is the big tractor. She got wet lines. The lift don't work. This is a Dodge Travco RV. We're trying to grow some grass. We're trying to grow some grass over here. Yeah, there's the dog, by the way. This is an old rake that I think he's trying to sell that on Facebook. But this is a big this here is a spreader he bought a while back in June or July, I think. For some of those who have heard of Ingersoll Rand, this is a Bobcat 773. This came with the Massey Ferguson 135 with the disc arrows. And that's an old parts Chevy. That's a roller. The yellow thing's a roller. A bucket truck. This is his old 2001 F-150. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna pull off here real quick. That's a K&K 96 F-150. This is a diesel. This used to be. This used to be a diesel military truck, like one of the army rigs. The army rigs that those military people used to drive. This used to be an army truck. It had the big bed on the back of it, but that's the interior. This is the bed that came off that K20 Scottsdale. This is a Candy Cane 96 Candy Cane F-150. She's a nice old truck. This is a 55 Thunderbird. He's got some trailers trailers here. Wonder who's hiding back behind there. There's a 354. So I feel like for some of the viewers, you might have seen some videos of me showing the 354 on the channel. This is an International 354 gas tractor. It's a little 4-speeder. She's got the steering knob and the skull on her. Sheesh. It's got a wet line on it. Got a rear PTO. Power takeoff. This is a New Holland an LX 665 turbo. This Bobcat, this old skid steer. He's had this for a little while. He recently, I think what he did was he replaced the engine. And yeah, that's an old yellow bike over there that's seen better days. Over here is a newest addition. It's a little sailboat. We have a sailboat here. I'll drive over there. Let me get the car and I'm gonna go get back in the golf cart and we'll drive over there. This is something he picked up out of Louisville about a few weeks ago. This is an old 73 F350. It's got a stick shift. My voice echoes, but it's got a nice interior. Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool truck. But I'm gonna turn this back on. Drive up in there. So, this is an old truck that my grandmother would love to have. This is a Jeep Mustang GT. This is a Ford Escape. That's my future truck right there. This is that's Brownie. So this is a 1983 Ford F100. Its name's Brownie. We call her his name's Brownie. So I'm fencing an old F350. F-150 actually. I used to sit there. Got a pile here. Good. It's kind of bumpy out on these roads. Here's an old Cadillac Coupe de Ville. A Coupe de Ville. Like Joe Diffie's song, Joe Diffie, his song Pickup Man. You could set my truck on fire, roll down a hill, and I still wouldn't trade it for a Coupe de Ville. And there's that's etc. Here's an old F350 he bought a while back. That's a Chevy G30. That's the Golden Girl. She's in a Econoline 150. This is a little Volkswagen pickup he bought off his brother. That's an Econoline 63 model. We call it the pup truck. Over here, he bought a nice old Jeep Comanche. So this is black, and it's been underwater before, so we're going to try to get it running. So this, nice Jeep. This is an F350 Ford dump truck. I'm gonna take you in here. That seat reclines back, but this is a shifter. So I put that first, pull it down the second, third, pull back fourth, then side, reverse, and make sure you choose out gear. These are the control levers for your dump bed. It's your PTO, power takeoff. It's your key. This used to be an old plow truck. It's number 260. It's air conditioning. We're going to try to put a radio in this truck. I hope you got your headlights, your little turn signals here. This looks like a Johnny Bar. Have y'all ever seen the movie 1998 film Black Dog? How Jack Cruz, old Patrick Swayze, pulled the Johnny Bar. Then there's a Ford logo. It's a little truck. It's a nice old truck. This here was this is a control lever for your window. It's a gas truck, I think, or a diesel. But all in all, it looks in pristine condition. Here's a GMC 7000 dump truck, which looks like a GMC Amtran school bus body. Let me open this for you. Let me put you down here. Anyways, so we're in the truck. Let's climb up in here. This ain't an air brake unit. It's got a small seat right here. So right here, you have a little 5-speed transmission. I think it's a 4 or a Road Ranger. It's not a Eaton. Blue tape. It's a Sierra. Ooh, I love that name. It's a good name for a truck, but yeah, it's got a this is a Detroit. So this looks like a Brigadier, the inside of a Brigadier, but it's got a Detroit diesel. Small. A buddy of mine has a Western Star 4900 Lomax. His got a Detroit. This is for your headlights. I think your PTO is somewhere in here, but actually right here is your PTO, I think, for the dump truck. And I don't know how you control, but I think right there is your pedal and your clutch. I think right here is your clutch, go pedal, brake, and don't have a Johnny Bar on it. Johnny Bar. I like the word. But yeah, it's got a 6-speed differential lock, I think. Differential locks on tractors, right? Let me know. Man. This actually used to work for the Commonwealth. This used to work for the Commonwealth, I think. Hold on here, let me make sure this. Anyway, it's got a Detroit diesel. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? But I just wanted to show you a couple things on here. Oh, here's the white golf cart. This is a gasser. I always drove this thing. It's been broken. It's been broke about 3 months? Something like that. Here's a gas engine. But yeah, we had to pull her up here. That's an old Volkswagen dune buggy. And yeah. So yeah. We'll get back. Let me get back on here, and I'll have to talk for a minute before we then I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video. So for those who have subscribed to my channel, you all might have known that sometimes I film when I'm not busy, and what I do is that I film a lot. Sometimes I really just go on and upload my videos and etc. But guys, so I hope you all we'll do some more videos on these vehicles. I hope you make sure to like and subscribe for more YouTube videos and YouTube shorts. And as always, I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and take care. Have a good one.